What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 36 of the Offshore Gamescast. I'm joined by Dylan.
And I'm joined by Dave. You've really been throwing me for a loop the last couple of weeks with the names. You had a whole pause last week.
Good.
This week you introduced me. Whoa.
We're fucking around here.
Congratulations to our Horizon Forbidden West giveaway winner at Gaming PC 58. Good job.
Thank you for entering, and everyone who entered and has been listening.
Yeah, but just like last time with Pokemon, there's some really nice words said in our direction, and it feels like kind of weird in a really good way.
Especially for those of us that have validation problems with the years of trauma that are still just floating around in our brains.
It feels good.
It is. It's literally. It's really indescribable just being able to have this weird little platform just to share our stupid fucking opinions, and then the things that people say, it's like, I don't feel like I deserve this. even something as small as like, you guys get along. It's like, stop.
No, we don't.
Fuck this guy.
I hate Dave.
God, if he didn't have the glasses, I feel like I'd like him a lot better.
I can't.
If I had glasses, I'd probably like me a lot better too.
Giveaways are still happening.
We got an Elden Ring to fucking get rid of.
And it is
Hot!
ending. It's ending within a week. So head over to Twitter, Offshore GC. It'll be our pinned tweet. Go, enter. It's very easy to enter. One more thing to plug. This Saturday on our YouTube channel, we're going to have a little unboxing video.
We got the Horizon Forbidden West Regala edition coming in, and we're going to show you everything that comes inside.
We are. It's the first time. It's our first just like strictly like we're making a YouTube video.
I think so, yeah. Like,
because we've posted a stream on there, but that's a little different.
Yeah. It'll be sporadic, but we'll fucking throw content at the wall.
Yeah, yes, we will. Yeah. Content will be stuck to the wall. And with that, let's move on to games.
Let's hop into the games. Let me go first. I got a lot of updates. Let me start with a small one.
Give me a small update.
I hopped in and I tried the little Apex control thing.
That was one of my games.
God damn it! I can start over. I can pick something else.
No,
I got more.
It's good because I have two more. This was a last minute impromptu thing.
So
I was
mine.
watching Nova Mora stream and I was like, oh, hey, I never talked about Apex and I knew you played it this week. So there we go.
I just came back. I went on a little trip to Connecticut and I brought my console with me and I didn't bring my fucking controller. So I impulsively went out and bought one. I got the little nice white Xbox One controller. Xbox Series, whatever, because it makes me feel like a 360 little nostalgia boy. And I go back to the hotel and I set it up and I'm like, oh, Apex, let me fucking download the update. 73 gigabytes and 10 hours later, I'm like, well, I'm not playing anything on this trip. But second I got back, I hopped in and I was like, oh, okay. I see what they're doing here.
It's kind of like I'm personally pretty burnt out on Battle Royale. All right, we're going to hop in and either die right away or spend like 20 minutes just finding gear, then getting into one fight and dying, and then it was kind of worthless.
Yeah.
Control, which is, if anyone has played a control mode in any FPS ever, it's that.
First off, it's not control. This is domination. It is strictly domination.
It's called control.
It's called control,
but
it's domination.
And worth noting, it's a limited time event, so I think it has
it's got like 11-ish days left.
Yeah,
which doesn't really mean much of anything because it sounds like they're gonna bring it back as a permanent mode.
Probably. Which great, do that because Apex feels really fucking good to play.
I don't want to play the BR anymore. This is what I would play.
Yeah,
unless they come out with a fucking single player finally. They have all this goddamn content and these characters.
Or gun game. I do gun game too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Respawn. You and your 80,000 other games and tasks, drop them all and put gun game in there because I said so.
I mean, I think we carry a lot of weight around here.
We carry so much weight. We're like, what, 520 pounds together?
I don't know. I don't know how much you weigh.
How much do you weigh?
I would say approximately 190, 200.
What's 190, 200?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Total.
I don't know if I've ever heard that number before. I'm at like, all right, so we're at like 430.
It's enough. It's enough.
434 to 40 pounds.
It's enough for a gun game weight.
That's heavy.
Exactly. Yeah, Control. First off, instant respawn, or practically it's like 5 seconds. Great. Unlimited healing items. Yeah, your shields recharge after a few seconds. Yeah. Like
The mode itself is so interesting because it's the exact same game as Apex,
yes.
but on the small map, which I've only played Stormpoint,
Okay.
playing on a small map in the same gameplay of Apex is I'm literally just playing one of the game modes from Titanfall. This is exactly what it feels like.
I mean, yes. Yeah.
But like the small map and everything, like it. Apex has like grown up into feeling like its own thing, being a BR and whatnot. But when you're in that small map, you can literally see like, oh, this is Titanfall. This is Titanfall. This is like, it is less Apex and more Titanfall in that way.
Titanfall, didn't it straight up have like basically this mode?
Well,
Or Titanfall 2 at least.
Domination is a mode every game has.
Exactly. So,
but everything about it, like just obviously the way the map is, but like because you're not jumping around using abilities or for like necessarily using the abilities that the characters have like you would in a tactical, you're just kind of like running in. The gameplay feels much more of that like classic Titanfall that like we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
And it's also interesting because it also feels exactly like old Halo. As soon as I was walking around and I saw the vehicle, which is the first time I've used the thing, I was like, all right, that's a Warthog. I'm just playing Halo. This is just Halo.
Yeah, especially because the main purpose of that vehicle is instead of trying to capture mid, you're just driving to the other side of the map to the enemy's base.
So,
which, yeah, I guess now that you say that, yeah, that is...
It's just like, that's what it is in a different skin.
Yeah.
Which, it feels great.
It does. This is...
It's even better because this is Respawn and like their movement method, and they have made great feeling games for however many fucking years, decades.
That's the thing about Apex is like it feels great to play.
Yeah.
It's just I was just Battle Royale just kind of done, you know? But yeah, this has I've played it a few times, and like whenever I see it, I'm like, I could kind of jump in right now and just play some Control. It's good.
It's good. I hopped in. I had just enough coins, apparently. I bought Mad Maggie, and I've just been playing around, testing out her skills, seeing how well I can do with a shotgun, which is not well, but I also am rusty as shit.
Yeah, I was the first night, because we used to play a decent amount of Apex, and then like we don't now.
It controls different, though. I feel like
it is.
It's that good Call of Duty. Just run in, shoot, and die.
Yep. I was also a little cranky at the time, but that first night I played this, I was doing the little, like, I would die and just, like the little growls. But yeah, once I shook off some of that rust.
What?
Once I shook off some
Rust
of that
2.
rust.
It's when you pour, it's when it doesn't oxidize, you put gravy on it.
I got a little less cranky because I was doing a little better. But it's a lot of fun.
It is. They just keep fucking building on that content.
Yeah, like do more of that.
Yeah,
more of that type of shit.
Just give me TDM. Just give me straight up TDM.
I would absolutely play that.
Yes,
like without a doubt.
Yep.
Yes.
Feels good.
How many other games you got? Because I have 2 more still.
3 technically.
Then you go.
I'll do my next small one.
Do your next small one.
So I haven't gotten to really get too far into it, but I guess I'll load up this part of my notes now. I ended up picking up impulsively a brand new TV last night because my old one is like 9 years old, but the bedroom TV ain't what it used to be. So I picked up a nice 43-inch 4K LG so I could really see those games shine.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the same day, Cyberpunk came out with their little patch to be like, hey, we hit the finish line.
We might as well like cover that news story within this then.
That's why I pulled it up.
Yeah.
So Cyberpunk ended up coming out, and with a little stream and early leak, an early whatever, the next-gen updates are out. There's a free trial going on right now. and they add a whole bunch of stuff. The ability to change and purchase new apartments in different districts. They change how the driving feels like altogether. Smarter enemy AI. There's ray tracing enabled. There's new weapons and attachments. They rebalance basically the entire talent and skill trees in some areas. So if you load in and all your perk points are back and your skill trees are empty, don't be too shocked like I was. I'm like, what the fuck did I do this? What happened? I can't even fucking use any of my pistols. So they did that. So you will have to re-enter in your perk points. And then just a whole plethora of like quality of life stuff to just make the game what it should have been.
Yeah. The two things that stood out to me that I was like, oh, I wish this was in the game when I was playing. One is with the apartments. Apparently, like your romance partner in the game can just like, we'll just like occasionally stop by at night when you're there and just like hang out with you.
To which
and,
I
like,
skipped over that one. Updated interactions between romance partners.
Right. So like that, the romance in Cyberpunk for me was just kind of like
fine.
You kind of like do the story quest with the person, you hit it, and then like that's kind of it.
It was like a little more in depth, but at the end of the day, you were gonna fuck.
So like something like that to add a little more immersion to it would have been great.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just the they fixed like a lot of the map clustering, where you can like filter through a lot of that now. That map can get crowded real quick.
One of the things that is interesting to me that I've been thinking about is, well, first off, with all these updates and whatnot, GTA Online has been out since 2013 or 2014, whenever it ended up releasing.
Yeah, because it was a little bit after.
And they have mini games, plenty, different apartments you can buy, just a whole bunch of just things that have been there for about 10 years now. And while Cyberpunk is fun and in its own, like, a different game, an RPG and whatnot, it's still that huge mega city that, like, GTA Online feels like. And having a game that's 10 years older have those those mechanics and the stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool, but I feel like it really should have been like this.
Oh, totally.
But but not having even those options until now, it's like, oh, like what was their idea for this game? Did they want to make it like a single player GTA Online? Because that's what it seems like, but none of the features are there. It's just campaign. That's it.
I mean, yeah, it is just, campaign.
But now we are getting those apartments, and I'm like, where's Cyberpunk fucking Gwent? Where's the one minigame just sunk all my hours in? When this game released without that, I was like, I guess.
I guess.
But I ended up putting a few minutes in and spending some time with Cyberpunk. I was like, all right, I'll check it out. I booted it up, and I was in a car, and it was taking a little bit to render, but I was like, okay. It looks good. I'll start driving around. I'm like, oh, this car feels weird. I guess I'll have to get used to that. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh, the apartment shit. Fuck. So I drive over to the Corpo Plaza so I can buy the $55,000 whatever. I didn't have enough money, so I was like, fuck. So I'll drive around, and I pulled out Johnny's car, the Porsche, because that's like my favorite feeling car in the game. And I started driving that, and I was like, all right, this feels off. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that. I drove around, tried to find any enemies to kill to get some money. I didn't see any. And within 8 minutes of starting the game and running around and doing nothing taxing, it crashed on me.
Yeah.
So I was done then.
Yep.
I mean, they did put out saying that they realized that there were some issues going on with this new patch, as always. And they will be working on it. So hopefully over the next few days, I'll actually get to take some time and see what any of these true updates can make the game better. Truly.
It's just funny after all this time with all the problems this game has had.
Yeah.
This was like one of the big updates, and it's just crashed.
Like, I'm a huge fan of Cyberpunk. I really loved what it did. I don't know if it's because of like the podcast now and just how I am with games, but it's getting harder and harder to go back to games and like put the time in. So going into it, not having like the biggest motivation to be like, all right, let's see what we got here. And then within 8 minutes of just running.
Yeah, it just crashes.
I was running and I was testing out my like super jump. And that was like the most taxing thing I did. And then it just stopped. And I said, well, I guess it's over.
That's a good spot to stop.
Yeah.
I started a new game.
What'd you start?
OlliOlli World.
Oh.
Yeah. This game is cool.
Yeah.
It's it has a cool. So like, just to be clear, this is I know there's multiple OlliOlli games.
This is number 3, I think.
So this is the only one I've played. I really don't know anything about previous games.
I played a decent amount of OlliOlli too.
So the style in this one is straight like it could just be a 90s cartoon.
Adventure Time.
Okay, yeah, it could. Yes,
Basically 1-to-1.
That's a pretty good comparison. Yeah, I could. Yes, It is that style, and it's cool. It has a good vibe to it. You're becoming the current skate wizard is retiring.
Okay.
Because there's 5 skate gods, and the skate wizard is the person that communicates with the 5 skate gods and makes sure everyone in, I think they call it like Radlandia or something, is still skating and doing a good job.
I don't know why the first thing that I thought when you started talking was chicory.
No, it's not that. But I guess there's a wizard kind of in that, so...
And you're going around helping people.
So, no, you're not really doing that.
I know that. I know in the game you're just skating, so...
You're just skating.
I know.
The whole thing is...
You're talking to the dude that played OlliOlli 2 here.
There's tryouts to become the next skate wizard. And, of course, they're immediately like, oh, yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
let's get to work.
That's the fucking stupid Forza Horizon bullshit. It's like, oh, welcome to Festival 6. You're the new guy.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what you got, new guy.
It is, so, just based on, like, trailers and stuff, and again, no previous knowledge of past OlliOlli, I wasn't expecting, excuse me.
Roost.
I wasn't expecting this to be straight up like an overworld map, and you're just going from like level to level.
Yeah.
That I don't know why. Just based off trailers, I didn't think it was like an open world thing, but
no. In the second one, it was like, here's this segment. This segment has like 4 to 5 levels, and then you do well in those, and you can move on to the next segment, and that area has this many levels. And
so this one has I want to say 5, one area for each skate god.
Makes sense.
And there's a decent amount. There's probably, I don't know, 15 to 20 levels in the first one that I'm doing so far.
Okay.
And it's so far I'm doing all the challenges and really liking it.
Is it still that like almost like trials type?
I wouldn't go that far.
But it's like in OlliOlli 2, there was
yes.
like, all right, yeah, you're going to have to like make these jumps, or like you're going to have to do this just right, and if you fuck up, you'll come back, and there's the checkpoints. And
so yeah, it's still just like yes, it is. You're moving left to right. You're not stopping. Mm-hmm. There are checkpoints along the way. You have to make certain jumps or certain grinds. To actually just beat a level, move on to the next one is not difficult. It is just straight up like, yeah, just get to the end.
Yeah. They do progressively get more complicated.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is why I stopped playing OlliOlli 2.
There's the next thing, like the next step in that for each level, which is beat it without using a checkpoint. So don't crash.
Okay.
Which haven't had much issue doing. Then each level has little challenges of like grind for this long, or have a combo of this much, or a little more interesting ones of like pop 5 balloons that are like scattered in different spots, or like do this specific thing like that. Jump over this many specific objects. Or,
okay.
And it's fun. Doing the challenges will get you more cosmetics. It's like that type of thing. You can get like new shirts, new hats, new pants, new shoes, new decks, new trucks, new wheels.
New you.
It can get a little when you're really trying to like look at some of the different moves and how to do them.
Yeah.
It could be a little complicated with the fingers.
Another reason I stopped playing, because I wasn't as interested or articulated like I didn't have the motivation to articulate myself to be able to do those. I was just like, all right, I didn't get it on this try. We'll try it again. Nope. Now I'm done.
Yeah, I'm kind of going in the opposite of just like, I didn't get it, so like, all right, let's open up the moves list. What can I do here to like do that? And it's like, I still have plenty of times of just like, man, I am just hitting the wrong button straight up. Mm-hmm. I'm not hitting it, because you have to do like 5 million different things before you land on the rail to do the grind, and then you have to hit the specific thing for the grind.
Yep.
But
fucking,
it's
all that makes me think of is completing some of the challenges for Pro Skater 1 and 2, having to do like the special moves, and like those were such a fucking bitch.
This is pretty forgiving in a way of like, oh yeah, pop these 5 balloons, let's say. What they will do is have those 5 balloons in a specific segment right after a checkpoint. And it's not like you need to like go through the whole level, pop the 5 balloons, and finish the level. You could just keep sitting there doing that checkpoint, and once you hit that 5th balloon, like, done, completed that challenge.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty forgiving in that sense. It knows that you just want to sit there, restart from the checkpoint, and go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about skateboarding games.
Well, yeah.
That, like, even when it's just this, which, like, yes, like a Trials comparison is not that incorrect or that far off.
Yeah.
There's just something about the fact that it's skateboarding.
It's like, that's why I liked it, but the Trials thing ruined it for me.
I'm enjoying it. It's obviously a very different thing than like a Tony Hawk or like a Skate or something like that.
Here, let me rephrase. I don't have the fucking time or the patience for how bad I am at those games.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Luckily I've had the challenges have been more like, oh, I see what I have to do. Okay, so I have to do like kind of like interesting thoughts for me and not like, oh, I'm getting real tired of this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as I get later in the game, it will get too hard for me and I won't be good enough. And that's probably be like, all right, I'm going to maybe only focus on this or that, like, you know. But right now, I'm having a good time with it. It's fun.
Okay.
The sound effects are cool.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm playing on PS5 and like just straight from the PS5 controller will be like certain like ollie noises or grind noises, and it's like, yeah, that's cool.
That is cool. I don't use my PS5 too often. I always forget that the DualSense is like a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, and the things that because I remember when the first time I played Killzone Shadowfall and shit was like happening with like the controller, and just that game was so gimmicky. It was just a gimmick. It wasn't even a game.
Was that the PS4 one?
Yeah.
The launch one?
It was like,
that
was not a game. That was a tech demo that went on way too long.
I'm excited. I wonder if Horizon, that's probably got to have some cool shit with the controller, right?
I mean, the last game had audio logs coming out of the thing. This definitely will. It'll have fucking probably gyro mechanics. It'll have
a gyro pop out of it. You can just eat it.
They'll probably do the thing with a flashlight, having to use like the controller and the light on it.
Oh yeah, sure.
And the list goes on.
Yeah, I want something a little cooler.
Yeah. Well, what else can it do?
Moving on. What'd you play?
I played a little bit more Dying Light. Made some progress in the story. I realized that now what I really have to do is just take some time and just grind at night, going around and just finding inhibitors. Because
get night in the game.
Yes.
I thought you were specifically in night, like
no,
on this planet.
No. There's things that I can do, but the most frustrating thing to me is realizing how much of a commitment this game is compared to the first one. It is less so of a just pick it up, play for a little bit, and put it down. This is an RPG with level gating and a lot of things that I have to worry about before moving on to do other things. So it's one of those where it's like the reason I haven't jumped headfirst into it is because it's quite a commitment and there's still a lot of things going on. But given the time, I will jump in. But I just know I need to go around, collect a lot of inhibitors because there's things that I just cannot do yet. Like because of stamina level and whatnot, or...
Is that stuff, would you say, kind of hampering your enjoyment compared to the first one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I have to take into account that it's not necessarily the same type of game anymore. It is much more heavily RPG focused.
Sure.
Straight up like Outer Worlds, Fallout-esque RPG. So I need to take that into account with the rest of the stuff, and it's kind of weird.
It's just not what you were expecting.
No, not on that level, because of course they weren't necessarily showing things to like that, but because of those things, it's like, yeah, I want to, but there's a lot of hurdles in my way.
I guess what I'm really trying to ask is, and maybe this is a strong word, are you like disappointed in it?
No, I'm still very early. I still need to give myself more time to come up with any decent opinion. I don't think the changes that they made are inherently bad. I think I'm just not used to them with the way that the game is laid out in front of me, and I'll have to hit those points when I get to them before I really start to get the groove. But from like an early standpoint and putting hundreds of hours in the first game, I'm like, all right, this is definitely different, and I wasn't as ready as I expected.
Okay.
But it is fun. We're back having repetitive dialogue issues again.
Oh no!
I don't
It's
remember.
back.
I don't remember what the issue was this time, but I'm going for the optional dialogue, and we're just repeating.
Did you get the biomarker?
Shit. I do have my biomarker. Yes.
Okay, so they moved on from that one.
Yeah, I don't. I have my biomarker, and that's fine. And now we're doing other stuff. But I don't know. It's interesting and it's different.
All right, that's
all I
guess,
say
I
right
guess
now.
to be determined, like a more of a final opinion on that.
Yeah, I still one of these days soon I'll have my more extra time and I'll just dive head first into it. But that'll have to be after this next game is done.
Which is I mean, this is your last game, right? Because
Yeah.
we have, okay, yeah, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
This is our weekly Pokemon update.
Because it's still fucking great. Still can't put it down.
I have put it down because I'm done. Like, done. I got the true ending.
Okay.
I didn't do, like, every single... Like, I'm not going as deep as you are. You're trying to complete, like, research level 10 every Pokemon. I just went for I'm going to catch every Pokemon, which is what you need to do to get, like, the actual ending.
Yeah.
I won't tell you because you don't seem to know what it is. You get a couple little lore tidbits, if you will, by doing what you're doing. There's a couple more like small things that happen.
If you do end up completing each one.
Yes, if you get level research 10 on every one.
Okay.
There were some
Pokemon that were fucking garbage.
to catch.
Yes.
Yes.
And you want to talk about them right now?
Yes.
The Thundresses, the Drusses.
That's exactly.
Fucking son of a bitch.
They were annoying, but then
The last
fucking
one.
last
The
one.
last one.
Ooh.
Dude, I threw my Switch at work. I was in the middle of I was like, a customer was coming up and I got pissed. I literally, it wasn't hard, but I tossed it. I tossed it onto the counter, onto my case, and I just started walking away to go do what I had to do. I was fucking, those things pissed me off.
I had to look up. So this was, again, a situation where I was gaming and maybe a little cranky. It was really late at night and I was really tired.
I was in the middle of work fucking pissed.
So I knew, but I knew I was like, this is it. This is like one of the last things I need to do. Then I could go, like, I could actually finish this, put the game down and be like, all right, I did it. So I was doing it.
Uh-huh.
And oh my God, I had to look up, I was looking up so many things and the things people were saying, like, ride up on Weird Deer, then hop up. Like, no, you ride up on Weird Deer, you get fucking destroyed by tornado and lightning bolt things.
Bro, I must have done that last one countless times before I came up with like all right, this is my combo of what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit these few buttons, do this, and then run away, then come back and do that again, then run away.
So for people that don't know exactly what we're talking about, the biggest issue is that this takes place in the Mirelands in like the fucking swamp.
To be honest, all three of these enemies are difficult. All four.
They are difficult.
The whole point of these enemies are they have a sort of like force field energy around them, and you have to use any like throwable to knock them and like stun them out of it before you can run up and throw your Pokeball to begin the battle. Now, if they notice you, they will immediately book it away.
Yes, and then if you keep like on their tail, they start spitting tornadoes at you.
Yeah,
and
they start
fuck you up
using
real
attacks.
quick.
So literally, what I did have to do was run up with Weird Deer, jump off immediately, wait a second, dodge the incoming attack that I knew was going to happen, throw something at it, pray to God I didn't miss.
Yeah, because it's not an easy hit.
It's not an easy hit, and the way that my large hands on that tiny ass Joy-Con are,
yeah.
Dude, I'll fuck up, and then you gotta hop back on and immediately run away.
Uh-huh. And it doesn't fucking help. You're in the fucking swamp.
Which
so
there's Pokemon constantly.
Yeah, so you move slower in the actual swamp areas, and then all the other fucking Pokemon that would get involved in this fight, I'm like, just stop. Just stop. I ended up using a strategy that I think I saw on Reddit. I was getting desperate, so I did the thing where I Google search something and then put Reddit in to see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
And this is the one that finally did it for me, is you take like a jet ball or like a wing ball, or you know, the ones that like really like shoot like straight hard, those can be used to stun them.
Ooh.
So I stayed a pretty decent distance back and would just like pew, laser one. And I did that a few times, and that is finally what I did. I was like, fucking finally.
No, I definitely went all fucking like nutso warrior
I tried that
style.
for too long.
Run up,
and
jump
so
off,
mad.
do it. The second one, the one in the water, and the fourth one, where like the real like nail biting, ripping the teeth out of my skull. Frustrating.
Yeah, the water one sucked too because you're on the fish for most of it, and
See,
that just like
that's the one where I realized, okay, I need to run up to them until they stop running away, let them do their attack, dodge it, and then throw it. That was the one I was like, that's why I have to do it. I don't have any other choice. So I just recycled that on the last one because I didn't have any other choice.
Yeah, those were brutal.
Terrible.
Yeah, that crossed the line between like being kind of like a grindy, interesting Pokemon to like it's too frustrating.
It's one of those things where it's like on your checklist of things that you had to complete. Once you did that, you were like, all right, I'm putting it down today. I'm putting it down and we're done for today. We'll pick it up tomorrow.
Interesting little tidbit for me. So, you know, you have to catch every Pokemon, get the true ending. Technically, I didn't get every Pokemon because I can't. There is one more Pokemon that you can... So I couldn't do every request either. There's 94. I did 93 because there's one request that only happens if you have a save file from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, whatever. What are they called?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
You can only get that request, which gets you a specific Pokemon, if you have a save file on your Switch from those games. Now, it doesn't require you to get that Pokemon to get the true ending, because it would be pretty shitty if like, to get the true ending, you also have to buy one of these.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, I missed out on one request and one Pokemon. Which is just interesting.
Elaborate.
I don't know what the Pokemon is. It was... What more? What?
What? No, what do you... Yeah, what? What are you talking about?
That.
Yeah, what? What is it?
What? Oh, I have to look it up.
What's
I
the
don't know
request with the Pokemon? Because I got fucking Brilliant Diamond save file.
Oh, it was request like 92 or 93.
Really?
Let's see. Legends Arceus request. I think it was 93 because that's the first Google search that's coming up here. Yeah, it was Darkrai.
Oh.
Sorry, was that a spoiler for you? Did you not know that they were?
No,
Sorry.
I have that one.
Oh, yeah, it was that. You can't do that unless you have a save file. The request for that just never appears.
I wonder why just Darkrai.
That's it. I don't know.
Interesting.
But that's because it wasn't spawning. Because I would look it up and be like, yeah, just go to the request board. I'd be like, no, it's not there. So I'd do a little more digging, and yeah, it's just interesting. But thankfully, like you can still get the true ending and everything. It's not. It's a weird extra Pokemon that's not technically required. Well,
I got him.
Good job.
And he's completed.
Do you have anything to add before we go into our stats?
There's one fight that happens in that post game. I don't want to talk about any spoilers, but there's just one fight that happens that is just as frustrating on the level as the Druss quadruplets.
Yeah. I would say it's a little bit below
It's a little bit below, but like
it's brutal.
Not realizing how much goes into that fight is like, oh my god.
Yeah, you are not prepared.
No, you asked me questions about it, and I just kind of looked over and smiled a little bit.
You kept
and
smiling,
then looked away.
I knew what you were. I knew what the answer was, but I still kept asking because I wanted you to say, "I'm fucking with you." No, it's this.
No,
but you never did. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, just like, hey, is there more to this? I'm like,
yeah,
it kind of sucks.
We won't go into details because again, like it is post game stuff and it does have some story things involved, but it's fucked up.
It was kind of brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, stats
time.
You want to start it off?
So we beat the games. We did all the regions. We've done all the nobles.
Yeah.
I have seen 236 Pokemon.
Oh, you are so close.
Oh, I know. I have caught 234 of those Pokemon.
Do you know what the two are that you've seen but haven't caught?
Yes.
What are they?
I have to do Magmortar.
Oh, yeah, that one sucked because you need the item.
That's why I have to go around and collect a whole bunch of those fucking things. And what is the other one?
Do you have both Sneasel evolutions?
Yes.
Because that's the one that was getting the fucking razor claws.
That was
that sucked.
pain in the ass, but I got that today.
Okay, nice.
You
have all the evolutions?
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of the ones that like sucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, not that one. I still have to get Magby too. I haven't seen one of those yet, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
I don't know what that is.
That's the pre-evolution of Magmar.
Oh,
I'm not even done with that yet because I got to go and find a distortion to get another starter Pokemon because I will not evolve my.
Oh
Rowlet.
man, you are committed to that.
I will not evolve him. I don't know what the other one is.
It's something.
Yeah.
I have.
Wait.
Oh, you're okay. You're not. Oh, sorry.
And so, seen 236, caught 234, completed 231.
Oh, ooh, that's a high number. You're very close.
I've been working.
I see that. So I've seen 241, caught 241. Couldn't get the 242 because of the request.
Yeah.
Completed 57. I only completed the ones that just like happened from being in my party for so long.
Yeah.
Or the ones that were required for requests or to evolve your Pokemon. Or, Yeah.
I am star rank 9 with less than 10,000. I think less than 8,000 experience left to level 10.
I'm curious what like the reward is because that I don't know.
So am
I finished at level 8 star member.
And I am just over 60 hours in.
57.5 for me. I feel good giving this my official rating because I'm done with this game until they add the inevitable DLC that's going to come to this game, which
I'm buying the fuck out of that.
When that happens, just give me a new region with some more Pokemon in it and some new requests. I'm going to do it all.
Oh yeah. If this is going to be Pokemon from now on, I'll just 100% every Pokemon game.
Yes.
I will.
I very confidently give this game a 9 out of 10.
Yes.
It certainly has its flaws. It doesn't look pretty. It's not perfect, but goddamn, this is...
Is that not exactly what Nintendo strives to do?
I mean...
Is that not exactly what they tell us every single... It's not about anything but how the game is.
Yes, but I will say, Breath of the Wild, I think, is a good-looking game. Odyssey is a good-looking game. It's obviously not realistic.
Yeah.
This is, noticeably ugly at points.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 9 out of 10. This is, I've said it before, in my opinion, this is the best Pokemon game ever made.
Gen 4 rules. Gen 4 stand for life.
Sick, bro.
Sick.
Fucking sick.
All right.
Shall we move on to some news?
Let's be a newsie.
I don't know if I like that.
A newsie.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
You don't like Christian Bale?
What does he have to do with this?
Christian Bale's a newsie.
What does that mean?
A newsie is the musical.
Oh, well then no. That came a little more harsher than I wanted it to.
It's just Christian Bale, man.
Then no.
News. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about a little community.
This is very interesting with the way you're sitting.
I can't. It's been an hour? I gotta get comfy somehow.
I know you got comfy, but now it's just your legs are super spread. You're let's talk about a community.
Let's talk about a community.
Where are we going with this?
So there's a petition right now.
Oh, okay.
For a certain community who feels that they might have been let down.
Oh boy, I don't know what this is.
Well, as of right now, about 200,000.
It's a lot of people.
Battlefield 2042 players.
Okay, yeah.
Have signed the petition to be can we get our money back from this train wreck? The train wreck that I fucking knew was going to be a train wreck. But I mean, even if it wasn't, it's still a Battlefield game on release. It's a train wreck.
I'm going to go and say they're not going to get their money back.
Probably not. Who knows? I mean, EA will just be but but we could not give you your money back and give you free content for a while.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And people still won't be happy.
Nope.
Because it won't be good enough.
No.
And yeah.
Poor DICE. They've been kind of falling apart the past few years, too.
It's the EA way.
EA. Fuck you.
Die.
EA. You're fired.
Yeah, that, it's like we both said from the beginning, this game should not be a full price game.
Nope.
This should just be a free to play game with.
To which, if they do that, because that's one of the big things, and of course they're thinking like, all right, all we care about is the shareholders, all we care about is numbers. We need to see a big player base. Let's make it free to play, fuck over every fucking early supporter, and then just cash in real quick. And then we'll get to work on Battlefield 8.
Think about how the perception would have changed though if this was not was it 60 or 70?
I think it's 60.
Okay, still not good, but
no.
Imagine the perception of if this was a free game and it launched like it did, which was not great. Let's just leave it at that.
Release it free to play, $20 fucking like battle pass, whatever per season. Boom.
Like the perception would be like, oh, okay, the game's not great, but like they're working on it. I'm sure it's gonna be updated a bunch. It's free, so like who cares? Like there wouldn't be a 200,000 signed petition for money back.
No.
It just.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Let's talk about some Resident Evil.
Yeah, I heard there was some new Resident Evil news.
Yeah,
but I didn't look into any of it.
Well, this is a Fanbyte report that got some news on the Resident Evil 4 remake that we just know is happening at this point.
I mean, after the one dude was like, here's my fucking concept art.
It won't be just like a one-for-one remake.
Good.
They are going to focus less on the action and make it more of a horror game.
Ooh.
Which is interesting, because 4, it certainly became more action.
But it made it so tense.
Well, now imagine less action and just more horror.
How many tense will there be?
I don't know. But that yeah, cool.
I still gotta finish VR Resident Evil 4.
Well, you're close.
Yeah, where's that motivation?
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting.
We got a new studio that rose from a burnt crisp of ashes. Little part of CDPR broke off. A few different devs came together. Some people who worked on Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3.
Okay.
Some of these devs have work under their titles, including Growing Up and Shadow Warrior 2 as well. Okay. They came together to form Rebel Wolves, a new studio working on a story-driven dark RPG coming to PC and consoles.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go, guys and gals.
Get them. Go
make that. Oh, and here's the other thing. I completely forgot this because I can't help it. My brain doesn't think straight. They formed the studio with like the employees and like the workers first and foremost. So like less stress, work on the things that they want.
That,
just continuing the trend that should be bigger of making people's lives better in the gaming community.
Also, if this was being made, if this studio was created by people that were working for
CDPR,
yeah, then that makes sense why they would want to create a new studio and be like, let's never do that again.
Yeah.
That's cool though. It's nice seeing how more and more studios, especially newer ones, are like, we're not doing this.
Good.
We're not. I mean, probably because a lot of them are being formed by like devs that worked elsewhere, and they're like, I'm sure they went through the shitter themselves.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, no more.
Which is good.
We got a new game announcement, kind of, from the Subnautica people.
Oh yeah.
It's called Project M. It's gonna release this year in early access.
Moon.
Yeah, it's sci-fi.
Whoa.
And all we really know past that is that it's a turn-based strategy game.
Interesting.
Which is an interesting turn from Subnautica.
Right.
But I guess we'll see. That is immediately like, I'm not going to play that. But we'll see.
We'll see. It turn-based can be many things.
It can be, but it rarely is what I want.
Yeah.
It's usually what I'm not too into.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Let's see. So one thing that's cool is with Horizon releasing just on the Horizon.
Okay. Boo.
Fuck you. Sony is doing a cool thing where if players reach an early section of the game and get in a trophy called Reaching the Daunt, or Reached the Daunt, they will plant a tree, up to 288,000 of them.
You got to figure if this is an early... So they're going to do this till March 25th. That's like the cutoff day.
Okay.
Or until they hit 288,000. You would think, but this game's going to sell. We know that.
Yeah.
And this is an early story moment.
Yeah.
They're probably going to hit that.
Which, good.
That's cool. That's really cool. I saw that. I was like, all right. That's a good thing. Because forests are kind of fucked now.
Yeah.
We should unfuck them for, like, living on the planet and stuff. It's kind of important.
But then I think about what Mr. Beast did, and then Sony kind of looks like a fucking, like, poser.
What did he do?
Mr.
Burgers,
Beast,
right?
Well, yeah, but they also, the Team Trees thing, where, like, every time someone would donate, they would... A lot more trees got planted through him than Sony claims that they will plant.
Okay.
And Sony is one of the biggest corporations in the world.
Yeah, but, good is good.
Yeah, but they could be better.
They definitely could be better.
They could be a lot better.
But good is good.
Yeah.
Let's just continue on the Horizon train while we're here.
Choo choo.
I'm excited for this. You're less excited.
I think it's cool.
They announced that there's going to be a Horizon Forbidden West Lego set. It's going to be a tall neck, which is I think it's from Zero Dawn. They're like the big things with the circle head that you like go up to. Were they like for like?
They were the map sync points.
Yeah, like the eagle icon in Assassin's Creed games.
Yes,
it was that.
Synchronize.
Yeah, it's I think it's cool. It's gonna be
$80.
$80 and 1,222 pieces, and it's coming May 1st. Or that's when you can. May 1st. Yes.
I think it's cool. I just think it's cool to look at, and I just don't want to spend the money to have it just sit there. I don't think it's that.
So,
I don't think it's that cool.
It's not. So like, I'm pretty sure they said like, yeah, this is not like a interactive. Like,
no,
it's not like one of the things where, like you can push little levers and things. It's like,
yeah,
you're gonna build this and then like, yes, it is like, you leave it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I just don't think it's like one of the properties that I'm like, oh, I definitely got to have that.
Well, we did ask the people what they wanted. We posed the question on Twitter of Lego video games are video game sets based on Lego sets based on video games are becoming more of a thing.
Yeah,
which I like.
Of course.
So pose a question like, well, with Horizon now, like, what will be the next one? We got a couple of responses to read here. You'll notice the trend. Jaljog1, Twitter user, says, Horizon, all machines are suitable for Lego. Wouldn't be surprised if it gets more sets. I think one of Elden Ring's bosses should get one, but I think Lego only does teen-rated games, which makes sense. Like, all I can think, like, when you think of the properties they do, it is like family stuff. It's like Minecraft, Mario, Sonic.
I've never seen like a porn set, so I guess that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that's true. And another response from Gaming PC 58. Congratulations on winning your copy of Horizon.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. They said, I would say Elden Ring with all classes of monsters. I can't imagine how good it would look. It seems like Elden Ring is on the mind of people right now.
Makes a lick of sense.
It makes a lick of sense. I don't see Elden Ring being a thing that gets Lego sets made out of it.
Yeah.
But like that would be cool.
What game do you want to see get turned into a Lego set?
Ooh, give me let me build Camarocho. You can release it in the little pieces like they always do. Like, give me the tower, and then give me like the bar district, and then let me like be able to put it all together, and I have Camarocho.
That's cool.
That's right where my head went. Do you have one? Ooh, give me the Normandy.
Ooh,
and then it does the thing where like you can like pop the top off. There's a spot, and then there's like all shit on the inside.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely Borderlands, but I don't know what I would necessarily want because you got Sanctuary from 3. That's a cool ship, but it's whatever. I really like the area from the warrior fight in Borderlands 2, or just any of the vaults, or vault key. Make a fucking vault key.
Yeah, make a vault
key.
You could get some good Halo ones.
Yeah,
you know, like the Warthog.
Honestly,
you can get the
energy sword.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I was debating anything that's interactable or like functional, like I can hold it, or like, in that regard, that's where my interest lies.
Okay. I've kind of, since the Mario 64 set, I'm just kind of like, yeah, if a Lego set looks cool, I'm just getting it now. If it's a property that I like, I'm getting it.
I think the only Lego set that I bought recently that wasn't like interactable was the like Batman cowl bust. Cowl.
Got it. Simon Cowell.
Simon fucking Cowell. You gotta get on the internet more.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Simon fucking Cowell.
I do need to write that down though, because it is way too loud. I need to lower the volume on that.
Simon Cowell.
Dave, talk about a news story.
All right, let's get into my media kick.
Huh?
First off, Last of Us show's not coming this year.
Oh, media kick. Yeah.
Womp womp.
That's
all
fine.
right. Give us Mando season 3. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed about the fact that I apparently have to watch Boba Fett.
So am I, because I fucking hated the first episode. And everyone's telling me it's kind of good. I don't think so.
I don't even, so I haven't watched any Boba Fett. I have nothing for or against it. I'm just kind of like,
okay, here's my biggest thing.
I don't want to have to watch another show to continue the show.
That's all Disney is now. That's the pain in the ass.
And I don't want it.
Here's the thing. If Robert Rodriguez doesn't direct every episode, then it should be fine. But he directed the first one, and he also directed episode 6 of season 2, if I'm correct, and that was the worst episode of that season. And I knew it was bad from Boba when I realized it was him, because he also made the worst, and I didn't like it. Damn it, Robert. Go back to Spy Kids.
Did he do Spy Kids?
Yeah.
Those are good movies.
Yeah. Spy Kids. He Grindhouse, Death Proof. Fucking, there's so many crazy Machete.
Spy Kids.
And then there's Spy Kids. Shorts.
Yeah. And Spy Kids.
Well, yeah, that's small.
What else is there? You said it's a media kick.
Halo.
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah.
Has already been greenlit for season 2.
I saw that.
Sitch, all right.
Sure.
We're getting more of that silver timeline. I'm excited for it. And here's where I really wanted to just fall in line.
Let's do it. Let's fall.
So, first off, we're already getting Sonic, the third movie.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
We're also getting a Knuckles TV show.
That's what I saw. It's still going to be like Idris Elba still like his show.
So we're getting all that content. It seems like Netflix is bringing up a BioShock movie.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I'm excited, very hesitant. One of the reasons is because it's Netflix. And speaking of Netflix, where's the Division movie with Jake Gyllenhaal?
That was if I knew that was a thing, I would deleted that one.
No, this has been years in the making.
Okay,
this has been like
deleted that.
4 some odd years in the making. Where is Jake Gyllenhaal in the Division Netflix movie? Where is it?
He had Spider-Man, you know?
Where is the Division? That's what I want.
He was busy with Spider-Man.
And I'm nervous enough about the Borderlands movie, but like Borderlands is Borderlands. It's like whatever. But BioShock has that narrative. It has that atmosphere. And if you fuck up any of it, and it is very... Does it have to be under what? If you fuck up any of that, that movie is garbage.
I can't wait for like us to go see the BioShock movie.
Bruh, the Borderlands movie I can be fine with, but if they fuck up the BioShock movie, I'll be hella critical. I'll be so irritated.
I will we'll watch it and I'll just be like, that was pretty good. As someone who is not a huge BioShock fan.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the games, but like nothing like you. And you're going to be like, no, this and this was fucking like this and this should have been like this. And I was been like, meh.
And I'll be like, God damn it. They
Which
didn't
is
have
what's
enough.
gonna happen.
They didn't have enough fog and blood in this room. I'm not nearly as immersed. Look, I spent over $1,000 putting fucking BioShock on my body. I care enough. They better fucking do me
Those
justice.
hand motions.
Well, I had to look at my wrists
you were doing
real
that,
quick.
but your other hand back here was also doing things and you weren't looking at it.
Well, because I was looking at my one wrist and my other hand was thinking of the other wrist, so that was also doing motions, even though I wasn't looking at it. I have the BioShock chains on my wrist, if anyone knew or didn't know. I also have the opening of the plane crash on my forearm.
He likes BioShock.
I really like BioShock. It's a good game.
Yeah, they are good games.
But it's just... I think it's cool video game movies are really starting to take off.
Yeah, they were really happening now.
Like, Marvel-esque. Like,
Yeah,
like in
there's
the
a
past
lot.
5 years, they were like, all right, I guess 10 years from now, we're just going to have video games all over the place.
We're just going to do it. We're just going to make everything.
But like, it's just I'm so nervous about some of them. I'm still nervous about Borderlands for many reasons. I'm very nervous about BioShock. I don't know where the fuck the Division movie is.
Is this how book readers feel? Is this how they have always felt about movies?
I mean,
Like a trailer comes out and they're
yeah.
like, fuck, no.
Because I'm also in there. I was the one, I was telling my buddy the other day, I said, I'm that asshole now that walks around who's like, you guys see the new Dune? You guys see Dune? I read the book too. I'm that asshole. But it's true because I really like the book. And I'm like, oh, I did read the book first and now I'm going to see the movie and it's like, yes. And it's also the same thing. It's like when we do get a video game movie, I'm like, as the person who played the video game, I'm just like, do it to a T. Do it to a T. Just movie form. That's what I want.
Have us for like the next 6 hours just like running through a gameplay segment with no dialogue. And then cutscene.
Is that so fucking hard?
Seriously, guys.
God, come on.
It's just a voiceless let's play.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of I don't know too much about Hitman, and this might be a really bad opinion, but I think the last video game movie besides Tomb Raider that I was a big fan of was that Hitman Agent 47. I just liked it for good cinema.
You like that scene with
Well,
the
yeah.
sniper.
No, you are locked in here with me, and you just brought me mine. I love that scene.
Oh, this is going to be taken down now because of copyright. They're coming for us.
Oh, they're coming. Make a few beats with your mouth and they'll hit you.
Capcom has a countdown.
2.
No, I don't know. It's this weekend. It ends. Don't know. It's a mysterious countdown to an upcoming announcement. There's theories. It's ending. This countdown ends around. Well, it ends this weekend. Also ending this weekend is some sort of fighting game tournament thing. So people are thinking, oh, Street Fighter 6 announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are saying, oh, Resident Evil 4 remake finally officially announced. Other people are saying, oh, maybe this is the Resident Evil Village DLC that they talked about.
Maybe it's that Capcom game where you play as a worker at Capcom.
Is that a thing?
No.
All right. So this weekend.
All right.
I guess we'll find out and talk about it next week.
All right.
And hopefully it's at least hopefully it's not underwhelming. I don't really care for Street Fighter 6 because I don't care, but that would at least be like a big deal.
I want it to be another Street Fighter 5.
What, Street Fighter 5 again?
Why not? That's what they've been doing.
Ugh. I don't know. I have a feeling if you talk to the fighting game community, they will say Street Fighter 4 and 5 are very different.
Oh, of course. But that's why I'm saying it, because I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, me either.
Other people doesn't seem to know what they're talking about. Team 17. Remember their NFT debacle?
Which are this the Worms people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They somehow took them this long to look in the mirror and reflect on some of the issues going on. So they said, all right, we're going to really start working on this and looking at the sexual harassment, low pay, poor treatment, crunch, just shitty environment. And we're like, hey, we're going to finally, take a look at that. And I'm like, wow.
After years of it happening everywhere.
Wow. Let's just fucking...
Let's just take a look at it.
God, any PR for any video game company must be the most stressful job in the world.
I also feel like I guess it's not their fault because they're not calling the shots and they just have to make it not seem as bad as it is.
Like the fucking depression that they must sink into.
Yeah, there's this. How do I put a statement out that makes it not seem as bad as it is?
While turning around and watching it all happen. Jesus. Do better, people.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Well, I struggle. You call me an idiot every time I see you.
Well, it's from a place of love.
Oh, okay. I feel smarter already. Nintendo is closing down
entirely. Fuck them.
That's it.
They put out Pokemon and they're done. They made all that money back.
They made it. They sold enough Switches and they're just like, all right, we can all retire now, guys.
Yeah.
We did it. They're closing down the Wii U and 3DS eShops. IGN put a nice little neat timeline for you here. May 23rd, 2022, you will not be able to add funds with a credit card anymore. August 29th, 2022, you can't add funds with an eShop gift card or any type of card like that anymore. And then just straight up March 2023, you can't buy any more digital games. Wii U, I'm surprised, was still open.
Yeah.
3DS, that surprises me.
I feel like it's only surprising because of how popular of an item it was, but it's just been so long since the item's been discontinued.
I guess, but I don't know, it still feels like it's like, I know the Switch is kind of just like everything Nintendo now. So like, they're not making DS games anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking big. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's not that long ago the Switch came out.
It is.
I mean, obviously there's a business decision here. They're looking at it and they're shutting it down because they're not making enough money for it to be worth like keeping it open.
Sustainable. And
Yeah.
the idea is probably, well, 90% of these games are just going to get remakes in the next few years
Yeah, that's also
anyway.
true.
So it's like, what's the point?
The 3DS one really, like, I get it. I could see why it makes sense. It just kind of took me back a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like just only because of it being a landmark.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I'm busting out my 3DS and buying digital games all the time.
No.
But, it's still just... So I was like, huh. And
I
Wii
mean-
U was the opposite. More like, oh,
Yeah.
that was still happening?
I mean, it is weird to think because, like, I walk through Target and you walk through the Nintendo section, you see the cards up there for 3DS still to, like, purchase digital games, like, specifically for those handhelds.
Well, let me tell you, at the end of August, you won't be able to add with those anymore.
You won't even be able to see them.
I'd imagine stores will be taking them off shelves. Yeah, probably required to.
Probably.
That was my last news tidbit.
I got one more. So there's a game that's going to be releasing soon called Martha is Dead.
All right.
It is what seems to be a psychological thriller, horror, whatever. And apparently the game is so mature narratively that only PlayStation's version is being edited. So the game will release untouched on PC and Xbox, but will have slight changes to the PlayStation version, I guess, due to its content.
Like it's mature as in like
graphic, disturbing,
really
yeah.
interesting.
Don't know what those changes
That
will be yet because the game's not
makes
out.
me want to play it now.
And that's why I was like, which only makes me more excited for the Xbox version and like being an Xbox fan because it's like, oh, cool, like
I want to play it like just to see like what was so bad that
Right?
it had to be edited for PlayStation.
no.
What's it called?
Martha is Dead.
Do you know when it's coming out?
I don't know if there's an actual release date yet. I think it's still slated just for this year.
Okay.
I didn't look too far into it, but it's getting more info. But I find that very interesting.
It's just the mere fact that it has to be edited specifically because PlayStation was like,
Yeah,
no, this is too much. That
I wonder.
that makes me curious.
I assume that it's coming from like the Japanese side of like corporate.
I mean, probably.
Which I'm only curious if it comes down to like a culture thing or
You're being so realistic about it, and you're right. But man, I want it to be more exciting than that.
I'm sorry.
I want it to be like, oh, whoa, this game is really fucked up. Like I have to talk about it. Like
possibly.
Yeah, but you're
But
probably
I
right.
feel like realistically, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not necessarily something that like we represent or stand by.
Yeah,
So-
because American Japanese cultures are very different. So.
Yeah. I bet. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, unless like someone encounters a dev on the side of the street and is just like, fucking tell me now.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
All right, notable game releases.
We got a few.
I have 2.
So got 2 games coming out. Starting February 17th, we got Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection coming to the
For
Switch.
the Switch, yeah.
And Total War Warhammer 3 coming to PC.
Sure.
So if you want to take the Ezio games on the go and have them look pretty bad, do it.
Yeah, it is like, there is the slight, like, I'm not going to get it.
No.
But there is the slight temptation of like, that is cool that it could just like take it on the go, play some Assassin's Creed. But then like, first off, I'm not going to buy it anyway because I don't have time to replay those games.
Yeah.
But also, like, yeah, they don't look good. But, you know.
I think it's cool every time something like this happens and everyone's first thing to go to is, oh, I can do this on the go now. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like such a fucking gimmick. You already put your time in. You're only jumping in just to like do it again for a little bit.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a gimmick, but I still find it like kind of cool that it could be like, well, here I am at work. I have some free time to play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit there and play through the whole thing again.
No.
Also, the 17th is Voice of Cards: The Forsaken Maiden, which we talked about. It's a sequel. Well, it's not a sequel. It's
another one.
It's another one 5 months later.
And it's
wow.
It's there.
It's there. I'm probably gonna start it this week, and I can't imagine there will be anything super interesting to say about it because I've already talked about Voice of Cards: The Owl Dragon Roars, and I don't see how this can be that much different.
Probably
it's
not.
going to be the same exact thing with a slightly different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Then the 18th, the big one is Horizon Forbidden West.
Coming to PS4 and PS5.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what voice card's coming out on, but I'm going to play it on Switch.
Probably PC too, if anything.
I don't remember where the other one came out ever, but like it's like a perfect Switch game. But yeah, Horizon. That's that's gonna be the big one this week. It's getting good reviews.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be bad whatsoever.
No.
I just think I'll have to just like, I just think it's gonna be more of the same, just better, and just that's it.
Yeah, I'm expecting just more Horizon. Hopefully, an interesting story. It's gonna look pretty, I'm sure.
And you know what? I'm not gonna complain about any of the changes they made to her physically because you know what doesn't fucking matter.
So doesn't matter.
So doesn't matter. You know what? They put fucking realistic facial hair on her and it looks fantastic.
I also when the game first came out, like that first trailer when people were freaking out about like how she looks, I didn't notice it at all.
I mean, it's noticeable, but it's still the same fucking person.
So, I didn't notice it at all until people were like posting the comparison like, well, I'm like, okay, I can see it.
But again,
like in the moment I
fucking matter?
Didn't even cross my mind.
Doesn't really matter.
No.
The game looks great.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
It's insane that we're getting to graphical fidelity where you can see the tiny hairs and the pores and all that stuff. That is fucking, give me that. That's great. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to play this game.
I ain't no bitch.
Okay. Bitch.
You're a fucking bitch.
Oh.
Finally, on February 22nd, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, the next segment of Destiny 2 is releasing.
Yeah.
It's coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X. Say it with me now. Stadia. Who still plays It's dead now.
That feels like it's becoming a weekly thing now, though.
I mean, somehow games are still releasing. Is this number 51 or is this 50 part 2?
Well, it was 50 for the pro members.
Oh, all 6 of them.
Yeah. This weekend they're doing Switch Sports, the online playtest thing.
Can't talk about it though.
They're making a whole thing. I noticed it on the website because I went to check because I know that a lot of the times they have NDAs, but this one seemed way more open. We're just like, yeah, come play. It's also like it's fucking Switch Sports. It's Wii Sports 2. Like,
yeah.
It's like, what are we gonna ruin by talking about it?
I don't know, man. But there was a game that I played that we had to sign an NDA, and it was just I didn't talk about it.
So they didn't really like. I didn't really sign an NDA.
When you
just,
click the button, you
I
sign
know.
the NDA.
But it was just like they didn't talk about like penalty. It was just like
That's because you
Don't
got to
do
look
it.
it up. You know what the NDA told me when I did it?
What?
Do not try to do it in a room with the windows closed.
Did it really say-
Yeah, do it. I was like, are you serious? Because when I played the game, I said, this game does not warrant that level. Make sure you're in a room that nobody else is in, or that like people won't be coming in and out of, and make sure the windows are closed and people can't just walk by and see what you're doing. And I'm like, for this game,
Even if people could look into the window and because I know what game I'm not going to say the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know the game you're talking about. Are people going to walk by your window, see what you're playing, and be like, "Oh my god!"
or even know what the fuck
That's
it
what I'm
is?
saying. Like they're like, they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Switch Sports, it says right on the thing, like, by getting this download code, you are agreeing that you will not talk about details of this game publicly or on social media. Or
Sometimes you
that.
can't even say that you're on an NDA.
So this didn't seem to matter in that case.
That's what the fine print's for, buddy.
This is, I'm going to tell you what I plan on doing.
Because I messaged my company.
I'm
and
not
I was like,
messaging Nintendo.
and I was like, what can I talk about? And they were like, anything publicly. And I said, so nothing. I can talk about nothing that I experienced.
I plan on next week. This is going to be the most I say. I'm either going to say the words, I like it, or I didn't like it.
See,
And leave it at that.
we're too young to even know corporately what we can and cannot say.
It said details. That is not a detail.
Yeah,
I don't talk about the
know.
game. That's not talking about the game. That's just saying words.
Well, if we're talking about my game, I didn't like it. I wasn't having a great time.
Well, you didn't say what your game was. Mine is pretty open.
Yeah. Mine's a few months old now. And
Yeah, at
honestly,
this point, no one cares.
I hope it doesn't release. I hope it doesn't.
So I guess look forward next week to me saying I like it or I didn't like it. I have a feeling it's gonna be I like it because how bad could Switch Sports be?
You can't.
It's gonna be exactly what I want it to be. I know that already.
Yeah, it's the exact same mechanics as
Yeah.
10, 30 years ago.
If anything,
whatever.
with better motion controls now.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, great.
Speaking of motion controls,
What are we
that's
speaking
another
about
thing.
it?
My TV remote.
Is motion?
I hold it at the fucking TV like
Yeah.
it's a Wii remote, and I'm like clicking and like hitting buttons.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
huh.
Like a little cursor comes up on the TV when I point the remote, and I'm doing that. I'm like, what the fuck?
That is weird. I've never heard of that.
Like this is I've had numerous. This is my third LG TV in the past few years, but this is the newest one, and I'm like, what the fuck?
The next one's gonna come with a little tablet.
No, it's just gonna be eye tracking at that point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about eye tracking. 'Cause it just makes me think about how everything they have to watch an ad for on your phone, like it's gonna make sure you're actually watching it, and you can't just like put your phone down or not look at it or do something else.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
That's where it's heading.
My
100%.
first thought was immediately those challenges where the people try not to look at the boobs or the butts.
Oh, Movie Pass is doing the thing where you need to watch ads now, and they're doing eye tracking.
Yeah. Really?
Yep. You have to look at it. You can't not be looking at it, or it won't play. It won't count.
Honestly, didn't they do that with some phone, like on mobile with some ads? I feel like you had to.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's possible.
I feel like it sounds familiar. Yeah, it's shitty though.
Yeah, it sucks.
As they're slowly taking your iris information for later.
I don't have that.
Blank slate.
Yeah, I got nothing. This was a short episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be longer next week.
Oh, it will.
Don't go to look up Offshore Gamescast on YouTube. Subscribe to us there. We're gonna have a video coming.
Only
soon.
if you want to.
Do it.
No, bad cops coming out again.
You have to fucking do it.
If you're in the mood, if you just so happen to come across the YouTube channel and like you slip and you click subscribe and you didn't do it so much by accident, you were like, well, yeah, I might as well.
Fucking subscribe.
Everyone's their own person.
No, everyone is our person, and you will subscribe.
You guys just keep
And you
doing
will watch
you.
our unboxing video.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
You'll be able to see Dave's hair for the first time.
Second time.
No, well, third time technically.
Third
We've
time.
done 2 streams, but your hair
Fourth
is
time
your,
then. We put a picture up on the website, remember?
We did, but his hair is so different now, guys. He's a different guy.
Yeah, I dyed it.
He died, and his hair is so different now.
I know. Now I have to use I have to use 2 hair
Purple
products.
shampoo.
I don't even use the purple because I got silver and the silver's gone. Now it's just blonde. It's just bleached.
Spoiler.
There's no point. Fucking, I don't give a shit.
Spoiler.
They don't know what kind of
You
blonde.
ruined it for me.
It could be purple blonde.
I was looking forward to seeing him for the first time, and now
You do see it.
Nope. Every time I look at you, I make sure to completely block out your hair.
I got a pretty ass forehead.
I just see like the black sensor bar over your hair at all times.
What's it say?
It doesn't say anything. It's just like the black bar.
Oh, what's it say to you?
Can't look at this hair until the unboxing video this Saturday.
I can't wait for that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. The main reason I bought that collector's edition is just for the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be able to put that focus on my actual ear.
And then you will turn into Aloy. Thanks for listening, everyone.
I didn't know what to say to that. My brain just stopped. I was like, no joke is forming. Nothing else to say.
We'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll have a whole Horizon conversation. Yeah. And then the week after that is Elden Ring, which I will talk about Elden Ring pretty extensively, and Dave will sit there, crack a joke sometimes, or make a face at something I'm saying because it's hard. He's gonna be like,
It'll be like, yeah, I'm this far in. I'm like, well, this guy in the beginning that I can't get past because I'm really bad at this game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun episode.
I'm still talking about Sekiro like that.
Yeah, Sekiro's real good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep now. Go. Wow. Bye.